think of ourselves as situational modernists. We believe that an exceptional project is one that no one person would have envisioned. The owner was living on Quadra Island and she wanted a place in the city, but she still wanted to bring some of the protection of harbor from the activity of the city.
One can't cloister a building and a client off without understanding the needs for long views.
What we conceived from the very beginning was the notion of a pocket garden that the house would be open to. This pocket garden would actually open up imaginary views beyond the sort of direct view available.
We are working daily to break down this cult of individual genius. We need to create working environments that empower everyone that is working on that team, and up and out of that great architecture can emerge.
I'd grown up with furniture. My father and uncle and grandfather repaired and restored Edwardian Victorian furniture as hobbies. I was working with Jennifer Scott and she commissioned me to do a table for the house, and I thought, well, how can we kind of make this special? And I found this slab cut from a tree in North Vancouver. I basically inscribed on the bottom, in line with the growth rings on the bottom, different events that had taken place in North Vancouver, kind of around that the tree would have been able to overlook the shore and sea. I think there's also something fantastic about looking at the underside or the unseen side of things and seeing that there was care and thought and empathy for your customer.
When I started in landscape architecture, I was definitely interested in architecture at the same time. My career started on the broad picture, and now it's very, very detailed focused. I did a house at 10th and Balaclava, and when you photograph that house, you'd think it was somewhere in the countryside. And a lot of that comes from sort of the thinking about ecological principles, because I used all indigenous plantings, water-smart plantings. But the most important thing we did with that house is we thought about the building envelope, and we made it really durable on the outside, so there's longevity. And we made sure it had a lot of insulation. Well, the beauty of thinking about eco-design, and if you're really true to sort of the core values, you'll find your interiors of the building will speak to the exterior and also to the landscape, and vice versa. A lot of it's about the indoor spaces flow into the outdoor spaces, and they become seamless sometimes.
When I was a kid, I've never thought about becoming a fashion designer. I wanted to become a comic book artist. This collection is titled The Four Gentlemen, and The Four Gentlemen is this ancient Chinese art subject. The four gentlemen each represent a virtue, so it's 4 seasons and 4 flowers and 4 different meanings. I mixed a lot of untraditional colors and materials, but I absolutely respect the traditional tailoring. That's why I'm very particular with the hand stitching methods, because I think that's the true integrity of suit.
Like many people, I started my own business in a recession. I was very lucky because a lot of my former employers sent me work. Apt is an existing 12-story apartment building, and the owners approached me because there were these 2 sort of floors of amenity space that were quite old. And the suites are quite small. The amenity floors are considered your living room, and your room is considered your bedroom. How do we get people to buy into that idea? We put a hole between the main and lower floor and connected the 2 floors with a spiral stair. I was just in there last week, and I saw how it was functioning, and it was actually working. Like, people were hanging out in the lounges, they were playing ping pong, there was music happening. It was a lively environment of strangers. While we're at the threshold of this trend, right? It's the change, and the change is difficult. I think on the other side of it is a lot of opportunity to create places of urbanity and places of dwelling that feed us all.